Yeah, welcome to the jam tonight. Yeah, that's old school. Somebody tell me who that is, and I'll give you some free stuff. All right. Who is that? What is the name of that? Who that is? Who is that? Who that is? Okay. Y'all see I got a police hat on. I need my glasses to read it. I like to read the police on it. Lease pull. I say backwards. Okay, sorry. Okay, welcome to the stream tonight. Late night with Coach Neighbors. It doesn't sound as cool as that other old dude. At least he's older than me, I think. Might need to. Okay, let me back out of that one. Okay, so before we get started tonight, I'll take off my knee pads. Need a little help there sometime when we. Okay, before we get started tonight, this morning, or today, we're going to be talking about the new package. And I'm going to tell you guys about it. And it's priced for the po-ass people like me. It is. It's priced for the po-ass people like me. And if a few of you guys buy it, then I'll be able to afford it too. So, yeah, okay. So I have these ideas in my head. I'm gonna take my hat off right now because I'm now walking in the neighborhood. I have these ideas in my head for how to get stuff done. And sometime when they come out on paper, bam! Yeah, sometimes not so much. Most of the time, though, come on now. Stick with me. Okay. Let's just get, I'm patting myself on the back. I'm stalling for a timeout to catch my breath. Oh, that's all right. My birthday's coming up in a few months, and I'm going to be a few months less old, I think. A few years. Okay. I started lying a while back, so I didn't know how old I am. I learned that from my mother-in-law. She was 91. No, I can't be that old. Yeah. Okay, sorry. One of the things that I want to share with you guys, and I can't really mention nothing about this in the words about the thing or whatever, because they get a little grumpy when I talk about some stuff, even if I'm trying to be nice. What the hell, these people? I did the earlier stream. I had to put in a thing for YouTube. I think y'all asses, YouTube, I think y'all asses is discriminating against me. It's ridiculous. It don't matter how big you are. That's the banks is getting their ass kicked right now. Okay, sorry. Not time to pick a fight. But I'm in the people's ring. Y'all see that? The people's ring. And if I can get through with these first couple of things, I'll get to the shit here. I think gonna have some grumpy ass federal prosecutors here pretty quick. And that means that we're doing a good job. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about tonight is how to protect your property. If you have a case against your property already, okay. Now, the $99 clouds your title package and the $99 eviction package, eviction something, the other package, they're both the same. I just had to name them different because people can't get their head out of this to see that this can help you with that, or that, or that, or wait. That $99 package that clouds your own title, just from putting a notice in the public record, it also has the 2 lawsuits if you've been evicted already because it was structured for the eviction. Okay. That's the best title insurance you can get, in my opinion, YouTube. Okay, because the title insurance that you pay for, you get from the same people that's selling the property and reselling the property and doing the foreclosure and all of that. And if you stop and look at it, I mean, I grew up in the hood. Okay, I'm going to get insurance from the same people that's taken away. No, the way that worked out is you pay for the title insurance to help them. So basically, you pay for the foreclosure process, but it ain't gonna help them now because we in the people's ring, and we got Pro Se Legal School over there, and we ain't playing around. So if you invested in the $99 package already, what you need to do is you need to take that packet and there's a case against your property. One of the things that I figured out from helping Henry is why is it that the deeds are way the hell over there across town, and then the court's over here, and the court's over here taking your property, and the deeds and stuff is not even in that court, are connected to. Okay, so we need to figure out a way, if they got your property in court, we need to figure out a way to get that deed way the hell over there. The stuff that's next to the deed, we don't need the deed because we already know it's trash. But if you file a notice, it goes over there and nobody sees it in court. But now we figured out, well, I already knew we could do a judicial notice, but I never thought about this till I was working with Henry. We did a judicial notice of less pendants. And, well, the first thing you want to do is you want to do this one first, the judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance. And these documents are in the $99 package that you guys bought already. Okay. The only thing is, we turned it into a court. We styled it to file in a court case, just like you do your documents. Just copy and paste the heading up here, paste the stuff in there, and then paste your judicial notice. Now, the cool thing about judicial notice is you're not demanding the court take any action. So those fools don't get to argue. There's no arguing. You're just letting the court know that, well, conveyance, on fraudulent conveyance, judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance. That means it's simple. Look it up. Look up what conveyance means. It's simple. It means they're stealing your property with a shuffle of the paperwork, of unsigned stuff, unclear things, without standing. All that old school stuff. Okay, but see, here's the thing. When this gets put on the public record in the case, I don't know, it kind of puts yourself it puts, in my opinion, as a coach, I see all these other things. Most people don't see them because they don't believe that it can happen or whatever. Okay. But here's the thing. You get the fraudulent conveyance as a judicial notice in the public record, then what I would do, I would let them sit on that for, a couple of days, if I wasn't getting pushed off, and then I would file a demand requesting that the state court judge uphold the statutes and codes that he or she is supposed to uphold against the state players to make it fair for us. I would ask that they uphold, work with me now. Now, how many of y'all keeping up with me? I would demand that they the judge upholds the statute that he or she is there to make it done. Now, the statute is not for us to follow. The statute is for them to follow to make the due process fair for us. I would demand the judge order them to deliver your deed to your house like the property transfer statutes mandate that they're supposed to have did, and do in the first damn place. And, when I'm talking, well, I don't get to talk to the judge anymore. When I was talking to the judge, you want to be looking right in their face and paying attention when you lose them, or if you ever had them. If you never had them, when you lose them, then you want to cut it. There's no use in arguing. And then when they go on, I would object one more time, sir. I don't do the honor shit. One more objection, sir. I just have one more thing I want to get on the record. My legal team explained to me, and I had a hard time understanding it when they was talking to me about it. But, while I'm standing here getting disrespected right in the court, then I get it. My legal team explained to me that once it's on the record and you're aware that I was violated at the gate when they didn't follow the property transfer statutes that you're supposed to uphold here in this court. Oh, see what you do? You ain't arguing with nobody. At the end of the day, if they're giving me a hard time, my scientists are killing me today. So if I start talking funny, at the end of the day, if they're giving me a hard time about following, I got no problem. I would add, what is your name, Catherine? I would add, I would turn it into a supplemental pleading. I'm adding Catherine, the clerk, and then I'm going to initial it, and then I would date it. And then I would let her know that she has more authority than the notary over there. She saw me sign it with her own eyes. And she pissed me off with her own mouth. Okay. Sorry. That's unprofessional. We need to leave that out. Okay. And then I would just sign right on there and let her know she's going to have to go get her supervisor to file this, because I'm pretty sure the last time the legal team had a talk with me about how y'all was going to act when I bring my shit down here, I'm pretty sure that the clerk does not have judicial authority to be telling me I can't file nothing or be making me change shit or none of that stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what my legal team told me, and they told me to get your name and then write your name right on there and do all of that. And then the next person that want to file it, I'll put their name on there too. We might need the regional supervisor. How many supervisors do you guys have here in the? Okay, sorry. Okay, so that's for that. That's the tip of the day for the people who invested in that fire. Yeah, we'll get this thing queued up here. We'll get rolling. Okay, so we're always working for new innovative ways to attack this to attack or counterattack or squash this property situation. Now, this new lawsuit package that I put together is I started it, working on it a couple of times, and no, right now it came out really good. So we're gonna talk about that. It's called okay, and y'all don't be laughing yet till I get done. Okay, I'm gonna have to charge y'all ass extra. Okay, so this is the foreclosure defamation lawsuit package. Oh, just think about that for a second. Imagine losing your home, your credit, your reputation, not because of a lawful judgment, but because lenders, servicers, and their attorneys, they publish false statements of a debt and default before any judgment was entered. Bam! Oh, that's just the normal, regular. This is not foreclosure law. This is defamation, and it's unlawful. Unlawful debt collection disguised as foreclosure. Unless you know how to fight back, the state court's fast track system will steamroll you, stripping away your property, your rights, your future. Foreclosure is not about missed payments. It's about illegal debt collection operation. The banks, the servicers report false defaults, credit. They report all of this stuff to credit agencies, destroy your reputation. They wreck your credit. They block you from jobs, loans, houses, help. They block you from getting help, and they do it before the judgment even exists. They do it before they even get in court. That's defamation. And if you're like the new Dr. Joe, Bob, Billy, John that we're helping, and actually, the way I look at it, it don't matter. You can work for Dunkin' Donuts, and that can be that's your career. You just got professionally defamed. I'm sorry. You can be a stay-at-home dad, and they just made you look like crap. I'm going professional anyway. Sorry, I'm getting a little worked up. Oh, defamation. Defamation. It's a lie published as fact, and it causes serious financial and personal harm. Oh, it's a lot easier to explain than all that other stuff with the fake servicer and shit. Most people try to defend inside the state court, but those courts are designed to move fast, foreclosures quickly. They're administrative in nature. They make their own rules up at each location. The state pays the judge. Attorneys work for the bank. Excuse me. The attorneys work for other attorneys because we already know that the alleged mortgage loan generated with your own signature after you left the table and did the willy diggy daggy thing. Okay. Homeowners rarely stand a chance. By the time you figure some stuff out, they already got you in. This is a whole lot easier to roll with. That's why we built the foreclosure, defense, defamation lawsuit package. Instead of waiting for a state court to bury you. Okay, so I got stuck on that word. Sorry. Instead of waiting to get crushed, attack them with the federal claim for $200 million or the $200 million counterclaim. That's how we do the shit. We attack them with a $200 million counterclaim, debt collection counterclaim for the defamation. The defamation. This is an interesting way to do this. It drops it down. It's a whole lot. Okay, so in professional, and I looked this up a while back, so I'm just recalling it off the side of my head. Okay, for professional defamation, it doesn't require that you go to that you go to trial, do all this crap. It doesn't require that. They changed it. All you got to do is show that was said, published, whatever. Bam. We go straight to where we tell those fools where we want to be in the first place in a settlement conference. Okay, we ain't got time to be going through a bunch of hearings and having the judge do a bunch of slick shit and do whatever. Straight to the settlement conference. Oh, they couldn't answer to anything you filed in the state court. They can't answer nothing that you filed in federal court unless they hire a federal attorney, and we already know they ain't going to do that. Or at least haven't. Nobody has yet. And I don't know how that would help them anyway. Okay? Oh, we got a nice little hole. This strategy robs the state of jurisdiction and forces the foreclosure players and puts them in a position that they can't defend. They're not used to. It's not part of the regular ball game. It's just powerful. It's just as powerful. And when you stop and think about it, if it was a little less powerful, it wouldn't matter. But I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think it's just as powerful as going in with 6 missing things, which is in the premium package. Okay, I think it's just actually okay. So it's also going to have the cloud to title stuff because everything's going to have the cloud to title. All the new stuff already has it. Haven't got around to those stuff. Yeah, cloud to title stuff. And then you come in with and this is pretty new. So like this is like the third or fourth day I actually got it all. So I'm just still thinking of this new stuff. Okay, always still certified copy of the complete state court docket sheet. Oh, showing that they came after you for all of these lies. Oh, this is getting sweeter and sweeter by the minute. Well, so you come in with defamation, and then you bring all the stuff attached as exhibits to show the evidence, show that they said all that stuff about you, and then, And the counterclaim strategy, we add them right to their own. The judge who signs the order without jurisdiction is paid by the state. The collector who reported the false debt entries without a valid judgment or bilateral contract. A bilateral, because the contract only has one signature on, well, two. It has one signature on it when you left the table, and then one other person signed it after you left the table. And the collecting attorneys who pushing these false claims through, they don't have no skin in the game. They have no skin in the game. Well, maybe 10 cents. Oh, this is what you're claiming: defamation, reporting false information to credit reporting agencies and the court, damaging reputation and financial standing. Okay, there was fraudulent concealment. They hid the fact that the alleged debt was already written off, securitized, or otherwise discharged. Bam. Oh, I want to say that again. No, okay, no, I'm going to move on. You're also addressing the FDCPA violations, pursuing collections without proper verification, affidavit, or standing. No affidavit, no standing, nothing to verify agency. Nothing. Neither. Then you come in with the 42 SD, using the state power and the court procedures to deprive you of your rights without lawful process. And when you file a counterclaim directly into the state's case that they brought against you, you have to add them to it. You add the state, you add the judge, you add the prosecutor, whatever, add them to the counterclaim, and then file that single move as the state and all the collectors and attorneys as defendants to their own. And once you do that, the state court loses jurisdiction. And that's something you can do with your own stuff. It don't have to be right. You can put it's check down. You need to figure out how to use their own stuff. It's like Aikido. Their process is jammed, and they can't proceed. They can't litigate a case they're a party to. They can't represent themselves. They can't represent other parties from the same corporation. And if you want to be a real ass about it, you could add the State Bar Association and write to that shit too, as a plaintiff. And I didn't know how they were going to get around that. No, we've done that with my sisters. They were really, really mad. If they ain't mad, they're kicking your ass. So I'm just going, if they ain't mad, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't getting it done if they ain't mad. Why? This works when they're mad. Here's why. The state players cannot answer federal case law and federal acts with statutes and codes. Bam, it's a check down, and you just drop their ass in the corner in the ring. The judges They cannot defend their own orders as parties. Oh, these just small, simple things that you can do to make their life miserable instead of believing in all that fake shit that they want us to believe. Okay? Attorneys cannot litigate while themselves are named as defendants. That's a little situation. The counterclaim robs the state court jurisdiction and the federal lawsuit shifts the fight over in your hands. The defamation federal lawsuit. People used to think defamation was like PUD. This ain't PUD right here. Okay, and this ain't PUD right here. Instead of defending yourself in their foreclosure, complicated BS, they're defending themselves against your $200 million counterclaim for defamation. Ouch. That's hot. I know y'all think this is going to be like $500,000. It's $50. I ain't going to make you wait no longer. I got it on sale for the next week of this month. This is the first week. Maybe if a lot of people buy it, I'll leave it on another week. Okay. I got it on sale for $50. And I'm going to have like a live stream so people can come to the live stream and talk about how, I don't know how this, I don't see how I would, if, you know, when I sell 3 or 4 of them, I'll have enough money to buy one myself. Oh, yeah, with the trade war and the check down on my prices, if you guys check the website, I've dropped the prices on a lot of stuff. We're trying to figure out where there's a happy balance there, where I can help the people as people like me that I want to help, and not you know, go down below. You know, I ate the peanut butter for a long time, and then I got jelly, and they don't have some honey sometimes, so I don't want to go down below, maybe halfway down the jelly. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this lawsuit is filed in federal court. I mean, you want to file the counterclaim in state court just to stop that process and punch them in the face. Okay. The idea, my is to make them go sit down and give up and have fun. Okay, if you ain't having fun, you're not doing something right. That's it. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. This lawsuit you file in federal court where they have constitutional law and due process that applies, not foreclosure statutes. Now they have federal statutes over there too, so you need to be careful how you're rolling. And if you do things the way you should, you already know the difference. Here, you're the plaintiff, not the defendant, and they are forced to answer for publishing false debt claims and destroying your credit and reputation. It's a false debt claim if they don't have a judgment. It's a false debt claim anyway if you're in this program, because you're going to bust their face. Foreclosure is debt collection. And when you expose it as defamation, their process collapses. What you get in this package, and this package you'll receive 3, well, actually, you'll receive more than 3 documents. We'll talk about these first 3, and then I'll talk about the others. So you're going to receive the federal defamation lawsuit, for $200 million or $300, whatever you want. And then you're going to get the $200 million counterclaim. And then you're going to get the bar card. the federal bar card filing. Now, I'm also going to include the Clouder title package, and I don't have that in here yet, but it's going to be included. In that package, you'll get the notice of conveyance, the notice of lis pendens, and then you'll also get, damn, you're going to get a bunch of, you're also going to get the counterclaim for the eviction process and the federal lawsuit for the eviction process, in case you're there. So this package is badass for $50. Now you can defend your property a way that you understand, so there ain't no arguing. They published that shit before they had a judgment. It's a wrap. I got that, and I play football, boxing. I keep this shit simple. I got that down. $50. $50. You can defend your property in foreclosure now in both courts. Clouder title too. Oh, this is I'm getting hot. Clouder title 2 for $50. Tell me that ain't fire. I'm putting my mouth where my money when I don't have no money yet. Y'all need to send me some money. Now start out the show dancing for the donation. There you go. Hit me up. That donation button is at the top of the website at winningincourtnow.com. So go over there and hit me up on that button. Now, this false debt collection claim, they defamed you. If your home, your credit, your future, all under attack by foreclosure fraud, this is a way out that you understand. You understand this. Don't let them destroy your life with lies. Don't wait until it's too late and they're throwing your shit out in the yard. This package you can file today. Stop the foreclosure as a debt collection scheme and take control in federal court. What are you going to say when you show up with your I love my job. When you show up with your with your foreclosure defense your defamation lawsuit package for the illegal debt collection shit that they're doing. Okay. Turn their attacks into your victory. Okay, I don't like victory. I'd rather use beat down. Okay, turn their attacks into your beat down. Put them on defense and protect your house, your credit, your future, and have some fun while you're doing it. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Ice Man, Ice Little Ice Cube. Okay. Oh, so what do you think about that? Oh, a defamation. This if they said anything to anybody before they got a judgment, then it's a wrap. I can stand there and argue if I need to, but I don't really like to because I'm thinking if I have to argue, I haven't made them understand. So I just need to go sit down and figure that out so I can come back to the table because they don't need to be, there's no arguing. But people want to be stupid, I guess. They stupid people can argue, but you know, I ain't lying. We got the fire right there. $5 million for damage, human rights violations, false arrest, false imprisonment, defamation, concealment, due process. That's for my doctor friend. We beefed that up a little bit. Yeah, that's for the doctor friend who we put the corporate package together for him. So, oh, and it came out. Well, let's go over here. Let's go over here and check out. Let's go over here and brag first before we. Bam! Fire in the hole. Foreclosure defamation lawsuit package. Oh, that's hot. I was worried. I was talking to my friend earlier, and I told him I was worried that my office here was going to catch on fire. Yeah, this is badass. Now everybody can afford this. Come on now, are you kidding me? $50? No, I ain't hearing it. Okay. I'm not hearing it. Everybody can afford this. $50. Go after them for defamation. You have in here what you need to cloud your title with. So they ain't gonna want to mess with your stuff. And when you do the notice of conveyance, and then follow it up with the notice of less pendants, and then also make it so it's a document, a judicial notice. It's just fire all over the place. I don't know. But this package right here, and I'm going to add the other stuff in here, cloud the title with. I don't have it in here yet. So, this puppy dog, federal lawsuit, the counterclaim stops the debt collection, and because remember we stopped state court. We having fun by adding them to their own shit. We also stopped them before we got to doing that just by using federal case law and federal, Now we're going to address the fact that they published that shit before they got a judgment damaging your reputation by treating the foreclosure as This attack addresses your credit rating conviction before the judgment. Bam! That's just like a Tyson. Bam, one, and that's it. The referee's already moving over there. This could it be more simple? Oh, you guys published that shit before you got a judgment. That's a wrap. It's done. And I would put professional defamation on there, and tell them I'm a professional at doing something. If you're just whatever, professional being a pain in the damn ass. The so-called foreclosure is just process essentially an illegal debt collection operation treated as defamation and unlawful debt enforcement. This package provides a simpler, more direct approach to challenging the same foreclosure situation that's been disguised as debt enforcement. Oh, okay. This is badass right here. Uh-huh. I don't know how I don't know how they going. Okay, so the most badassest part. Okay, I think I made a new word there, or no? Okay, no. Okay, the ability to cloud your title and protect your property is just in my head. It's just outstanding. It makes this the ability to cloud your title and protect your property. It's like title insurance, but we're going to call it nuclear title. Oh, nuclear title insurance or something. Most people don't understand. In my head, when you come in with the fraudulent conveyance notice of judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance, the notice of fraudulent conveyance, and judicial notice of and the notice, when you come in with that, you move yourself up to the number one lien holder challenger above everybody else, even if they already got shit filed, liens filed against your case. You trump them. Someone leave me a comment if I don't have this right. You trump their ass because you're challenging that your property been stolen just from shuffling paper. So you're challenging the lender about that. Somebody asking, well, can this stop a tax lien? Why would you want to stop it? If you're the number one lien holder, you're challenging, you move yourself in the position as the number one, challenging the number one. You're like number 1.5. I don't know what the hell you call it, but ain't nobody else behind you going to be able to move up in front of you. So even if they had the tax sale or whatever, they're not going to be able to do anything on the property. Well, you're the one. They're going to have to sell your lien first. You with me? Just that makes, and that's why $99 package is fire. It's worth way more than that, but it's worth more to me. It's worth more to me teaching people how to protect their property for $99. Oh, I know it's pissing them off. They're gonna be real pissed off when they see the other new package that we got going on. So sorry. So defamation, reporting false information to the credit agencies and the court, damaging your reputation and your financial standing. Fraudulent concealment, they hid the fact that the alleged debt had already been written off, securitized. Well, wait a minute. Securitized first and then written off, otherwise discharged. Discharged, other securitized wise charged, written off. Okay, that was backwards and sideways. Okay, sorry. Yeah, and 4298, the violation, they use state power in the court procedure, administrative procedure, to deprive you of your rights without a lawful process. And when you file a counterclaim directly in their case, you attack them by adding the judge, the state, the collector, the attorney, all you add them all, strips the court jurisdiction over the matter. And once their case is broken, smashed, crushed, nuclearized, then you file your federal defamation lawsuit in federal court to secure full control under the constitutional law. Now, before you do that, you want to make sure that you get a certified copy of the complete state court docket sheet to take over there with you. That shuts the back door, so they can't get nothing in the back door, because only one way in the everybody goes out. And it shuts the front door. All the doors are shut now. Okay, so now you can verify the violations that you dealt with last week, last month, and not have to go back to when you bought the house and all of that shit. And we already know they can't answer, Now for $50, put them on defense. You put them on the mat. Okay, you just put their ass on the mat. You put them on the mat. Boy, our website looks really nice. Our Humera does a great job taking care of everything on our website. Thank you, Humera. It looks really nice. Okay, so yeah, here's the Cloudster title package right here. Oh, I got it down at $25. Oh, no, this is a judicial. Okay, so this is a judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance, what we're talking about. Where this just has the notices looking like they're ready to be filed in your court case. You just have to add your title at the top of the court title or whatever. So here you get two. So I put those together for people that already have cases in court. You can grab this and then put your information in it and then file it right in your case. And then I would take off the top part of it out and use it also to place on the public record. Now, this stops the court process. I don't. And Henry's using this, and it frees the money, the tools. It's a problem. This is a problem for him. And this is set. This package here is structured to file in your case as a document in your case, and not on the public record. Yeah, this is new too. We got a bunch of new stuff on here, man. Y'all need to get over there and send me some money. Yeah, the prosecutor lawsuit package has also been beefed up, and we're using that to help Dr. Joe Bob. But we kind of using stuff from the property tax package also. So we're going to turn this into the corporate package. Let me see if I can. pull that up. I'm going to show it too while we're showing because. Maybe we'll get to it. Okay. I'm going to do a screen share again. I don't know how to do that fancy dance shit. Okay. This is the new firepower right here that we put together. The corporate tax fraud lawsuit package. Now, Dr. Billy Joe Bob is with. I still got a little work to do. I didn't put the short description there, but we have it down there. Yeah, so the government charges people. Okay, so you sign to be a corporation, and they say they're going to give you all these breaks or whatever. Okay. But okay, let's just start at the stinking end and work back. I started doing some research on this. I'm on the computer. I had two different AI models. One of them is specifically for legal research. Do I have to follow the IRS code? Oh yes. Okay, let's back up. Does the IRS code have an enacting clause, a title, and a body? No. Okay, let me ask you another question. AI machine that's supposed to be smarter than me. Do I have to follow laws that are not aligned with the Constitution? No. You're never getting somewhere. Is the IRS code in line with the Constitution? No. So I suppose you don't have to. No, there's no I suppose. I'm typing in, you shut up now, okay? Because you lied. I was talking to the AI machine. Okay, so, Title 26. Title 26 don't have an enacting clause of title or body. And so the IRS code is not, no. And Title 18, where the drug, what they do, and sometimes they use that and they use money laundering, No, Title 18 was never ratified. Title 26, the IRS code. Wait a minute now. On the federal level, there's statutes and codes too. Yeah. Okay, forget about that. Let's just be more specific now so y'all can keep up. IRS code. Okay, a statute is up here. Well, let's start lower. And then a code is down here. You can't even see that because it says statutes and codes, revised statutes and codes. So if they jam you up with a code, it's less than a damn statute. I mean, in my head, I don't know. I'm not that smart. Title 26's mission of the Constitution requirements to be a valid law. So the prosecutor used fraudulent concealment to hide that fact. Oh, bam, bam. Judge acted with jurisdiction in administrative tribunal. No. The defendants were coerced into pleading because they were going to attack his wife. And licensed professionals are smeared and defamed publicly. Sentencing proceeds, even though no laws are just okay. So let's just go back just a hair to the top. Tax evasion. In my head, corporate income tax is voluntary. The shit is voluntary. In my head. Now, the AI said, no, it's not in the beginning until I worked out some facts that the AI had need to understand. And it's voluntary. If the codes is checked down, then the statute ain't shit anyway, then we're already in the toilet. It's not a valid law that anybody has to follow. It's all part of the indoctrination that they done to make us believe a bunch of stupid shit so they could get away overall. Okay, but here's the part that I was having the hardest time with. Well, let's statement constitutes emergency. The results you can. This is power right here. They go after you. Okay, so what I have a hard time understanding is how they can pull that off. How are they going to pull it off when they drag you? You know, okay, so in their administrative court, they don't have judicial authority to do shit. That's why all those administrative process, well, not all of them. There are some that they're kind of complicated, but most of them, they drag you administrative, you know, and shit. It's they don't help you. What I have a hard time understanding is if you go after them and their administrator, they'll tell you, well, we can't give you any money. It's administrative court. Okay, but then they can turn around on their administrative court and take money from you and send your ass to jail. How does that work? How does the corporate shit get over to the judicial side where they actually can give you time? I don't know. It don't make no damn sense to me. In my head, if I sign corporate papers to be a corporation because they're going to give me, I'm going to get all these breaks and shit and get to keep more money, and it don't work out that way. None of that shit's designed to coronavirus, all this other shit that happens. No, it's not. And they're going to come after me. I'm trying to understand how. Okay, number one, it's a contract. It's a contractual dispute. If they wanted to go there, if they wanted to do something, in my head, they couldn't do any more than have a contract dispute. Okay, but they'd have to be able to prove damages to be able to bring that shit to the table. But they're in administrative. How does it get to where they're able to give you jail time or send you to prison? I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. But I don't think that that's something that we're going to be. I mean, it's interesting when you do the check down. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now while I'm on it, I already know that personal income tax is bullshit, and I'm gonna put a package together for that too. I have all the information that else is gonna take on how that whole thing started. It don't okay. People say, "Oh, but he signed or whatever." You know, I used to say that shit too. Okay, but even a contractual agreement is shit if there's fraudulent concealment. Bam! If both parties don't, if full disclosure is not provided, the contract's shit. Now, that's all. Oh, there's one other thing they could do. If it was whatever, you know, it's a corporation, you sign out, they can come and take back your corporate charter, shut down your corporate thing. Oh, that's really bad. If you was making any money with that shit, you'd be able to pay them that shit and go on about your business. No, but they want to make you go to jail. Why? Why do they want to send you to jail? Because they all make money keeping the jail full. Once they get control of that bond, they do that other slick shit on the other side over there. You know. Okay, but wait a minute. When you signed, you didn't sign to be surety for the corporation. I don't think you did. I'm pretty sure you didn't. Even if they said we're going to come after you if you don't pay the taxes and throw your ass in jail, even if they told you that, it's bullshit because you can't sign away your constitutional rights. And if you sign them, you can unsign the damn things. So they kiss my ass. I'm just saying. Wow. So yeah, we got two packages just in the last, yeah, and I don't know, maybe I'm putting together a new service too. Because this one here, yeah, the IRS came after my ex-wife and I too. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have a little fun with helping Dr. Joe Bob with this. And seeing how many other people need to come on down here to the People's Ring. Y'all hear me back there? Come on down. All right, come on down. Because we got it. We ready. We ready, Freddie. We ready, Frederick. All right. I think it's time for me to go to bed now because can't see my eyes. I need to go get some rest. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow. So yeah, that's what we got going on. We got the new defamation package down, then we got the new corporate tax package. Oh, I bet there's a lot of people facing that situation. Call me. If you're facing that corporate tax situation, call me. I haven't got everything loaded. I haven't got everything loaded in the website yet, but I'll get it done tomorrow afternoon. So, but if you're interested in that package, call me. You got questions, call me. 913-240-0327. I got to go.